This month, we farewell our National Director, Karen Ross, and welcome our new National Director, Emma Brown. In the time that Karen has been with the award, she has transformed what the award means in Aotearoa. She's facilitated the start of our award pathways, Kakariki and Hei Ara Tūtahi, and ensured the award is accessible to all rangatahi. We sat down for a final kōrero with her to reflect and snap up some great career advice. Kia ora, Karen, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to chat to us. Let's start with an introduction to who Karen is from Karen's perspective.
Oh, kia ora, Jenny, and this is a wonderful time to sort of reflect on things as life changes. So Karen is getting to the stage of her life where she still wants lots of adventure and she's still got lots of ideas. First day of retirement, I hope to have an ocean swim and get on my bike. But also, too, there is a lot more to be done with the award, and I will be dropping in and out of that between now and when that is complete.
I've been with the award for just over a year now, and something that I've noticed that's really consistent in your kind of workflow is that you've got this really tight relationship with all of our partners and AAPs. So do you want to just tell us a little bit about why that's so important and maybe some memories of working with AAPs over the years?
Well, it's important because the award office is just the conduit. We're the glue that holds it together. But really, the temp post is not the participants. It's the award units, the award leaders, and the AAPs. And it didn't take me long to realise is that actually they needed to be part of what we did and along with us for the ride. It was really important that they were happy with what we were doing and that we could work to the things that they'd observed on the ground that needed to happen. We are remarkably blessed in New Zealand with this range of an ultra-committed force of people, of leaders, of AAPs, and since we've started, mainly it was outdoorsy people, but now it's something like everything. We're talking to people like the wonderful financial literacy person, Kendall, we're talking to people from Heritage Gardens, we're talking to this Actura, who are space people, and we're looking at people like op shops, we're looking at Habitat for Humanity, and we're looking about all those people. So I think we've got just the perfect balance of how life is for people and what we can do. Important to me is that volunteer culture or people who give of their time above and beyond are acknowledged. And so we've developed a really good outline of how we accredit them, how they can use it for their work. We look at a range of training opportunities and get together so we can really support that role so they feel valued and supported.
Your journey in the workforce has been really interesting. You've had lots of different roles. So as you're entering this new chapter of your life, what is some advice for young people that are looking for a fulfilling career or a fulfilling job? What would you say to them today?
I would say never hold back. Back yourself all the time. So I had a really interesting start. So in my teens, one of my parents was really ill. So I was actually, a senior in my college. I was going on American Field Scholarship. I had all the stuff mapped out and all that got taken away. So then I had to regroup as the oldest of 6 children. I had to care for my family because my parents were not in a position to do it at that stage. What I'd say is that use things like that happen to you in your life to learn and to grow. And it was really frustrating at 17, 18 to have that. But when I emerged, I suddenly realised that I still had the world ahead of me. So for me, I've had the absolute privilege to have an employment life where I can choose what I do, the luxury of, I guess in a way, being able to move from roles that make a difference and not having to think about other things. And it's not easy in this life when people have to work because they must work. But I've loved every role I've had, and this has been the icing on the cake. It's just such so satisfying to have got it to where the state it is today.
You are a fierce advocate for creating really inclusive workplaces and empowering particularly women in the workplace. And I'm wondering if you have any advice for women or girls who have big career aspirations.
Yes, I think once again is that don't let anything be a barrier. Take every opportunity offered to you pick the eyes out of everything you do and use it as a plus. One of the things that when I was at Whiti Ray, I used to teach a class looking here for women, and these were for young women who perhaps become parents, who'd left school early, and were trying to then, once their family's underway, get back into education. And the most important thing that they needed to learn, that everything they'd done in their life around managing budgets, kindies, kids in and out, looking after a home, was something that was tangible benefit to their lives and to what they've got on offer. And I think everything in your repertoire is part of your plus, and never hold back. I think it's not really the New Zealand way to boast, I guess, for what we say. And you don't need to boast. You just need to be really clinical and careful and absolutely committed to showcasing how you can do things and what you can do. And say to people, have an honest conversation with your boss and say, I'm 22, I'm doing this. By the time I'm 33, I want to be doing this. How can we work together to get me there? Because realistically, most of the people, employers in my situation, are not going to hold on to people because they're passing through. But what you must commit to is absolutely giving them the most opportunity they can have while they're with you, and encouraging them to be open and honest about what they need to learn. Actually, I emailed Prue, our former chair, about a month or two ago, and I just said to her, hey, Prue, when you employed me, there was a range of people younger there, but I just want to thank you for saying, we want you, because, really at the stage of life I was at, it was not a gamble, but it was, it was a decision that was probably hard to quantify. They didn't know what they were going to get. Neither did I. And I think that, we've both come out of it well. And so that's another thing too, not only for young people, but for older people. Never, ever, ever think you don't have value. And also to employers, never, ever think that there's value out there that can't be used for a shorter or a certain period of time or for a certain role.
From all of us here at the award, we thank Karen for her passion and dedication and wish her a fabulous, fun-filled retirement. Ka kite.